Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you are watching it live or watching a replay, we're glad you're here. I'm going to share some information with you that did nothing short but radically change my family's life, my life, and now tons and tons of people that are learning about this technological medical breakthrough. It's incredible. So it's going to sound too good to be true. Grab a pen and a paper. I want to make sure you take notes today because if you're like me, you're going to be skeptical on really this magic that we can create inside our bodies to fight things like disease and aging as we know it. So grab a pen and a paper. I'm just going to share my story today. I am going to show you a few slides, show you a little bit of a video, and then we'll be done. But it's important that you go and do the research. I highly, highly suggest that. Now, a little bit about myself. Daisy Shane Goodwin, calling in from the North Shore of Kauai and my little home here on the North Shore of Kauai. And I'm mostly a mother of three. I am busy all day. I've been busy since the day they were born and love every minute of it. Before that, I was a professional athlete and my husband as well. And we had a great run at it. We did wonderful things, got to go all over the world, but it was just like any other job. And in 2008, we got calls over and over again within a week span when the economy was crashing that our income was either going to be cut in half or completely gone. Now we sat down as a family, you know, at that moment we had a 1-year-old and we were thinking, what are we going to do next? We didn't want to work for anyone else. So we thought we'll start our own business. Any small business owners out there? You know, it is not easy. I remember thinking this is our way out. We were going to be able to pay ourselves and serve our community. You know, we had a cafe, good organic food. We had these big dreams. And unfortunately, it was the opposite of that. Our savings got swallowed very quickly. We fought all the time. It was a constant battle of upkeeping what we were selling, but also not selling enough so it would perish. And it was just a really rough time. The overhead swallowed us whole, and we got this close to filing for bankruptcy. We decided to shut the doors instead of having that on our credit. And we then went into survival mode of that trading time for dollars, the hamster wheel of never getting ahead. And it was a really rough time for us. And that's right when my health especially started to take a toll and started to go south. Now, we've always been into health. I've always been an ingredient checker on the back of boxes, have filtered water. Do deep breathing. I've always really tried to maintain a healthy lifestyle since I was very young. But what I learned going through survival mode is emotional stress can be the most taxing of all. And I found myself in a place of not only uncertain about our future, I was waitressing, cleaning houses, couldn't pay the minimum credit card payment, worried that our electric was going to get turned off, moving in with our in-laws to pay, to have vacationers rent our home to pay for our mortgage. It was rough, but I was starting to get, health problems. I was starting to get anxiety attacks on the regular, dealing with insomnia, not being able to sleep at night. I was dealing with, it was bad. I was dealing with depression. If you're dealing with that, I'm sorry. It is debilitating. It was really, really rough. And that's when a friend of mine came to me with this information. And I was in a place that I didn't want to look. I was focused. I had tunnel vision on how are we going to get our bills paid. At this time, we had just had our second child. I did not know how I was going to, survive. Honestly, I couldn't be present with my kids, which if you're a mother, that is a really rough place to be. And I found myself not having a light at the end of the tunnel. And my friend says to me, he comes and, I had a lot of respect for this man. And he says, I got something to show you. He says, I didn't want to worry you guys, but I've been battling a life-threatening ailment. I didn't want to get lit up with chemo. And he says, I found a way to raise glutathione up by 400%. Now, I don't know if you know about glutathione, but it is incredibly important for so many things like strengthening your immune system or supporting detoxification, cell damage, all the way to things like moderating insulin levels. Like this is big, powerful stuff. And he said, I found a way to raise it up 400%. So I'm all ears because that's so interesting. And he says, do you have time to watch a quick video? And now this is what brought my red flags up, because usually when someone asks you to watch a video, they're trying to sell you something. And I'm just here to first tell you that we are not here. I am not here to try and sell you anything today. I'm here to educate you on a better way to take care of your health and really take a hold of it. So I say, wait a second, Brian, what's going on? What are you doing? And he goes, this is different. This isn't like any other company. And immediately I said, you're going to waste your money. Are you talking about network marketing? You're going to waste your money. You joined a pyramid scheme. You drank the Kool-Aid, Brian. But what happened next, I am so grateful, forever grateful for. I went upstairs offended, but my husband watched this video. So the first thing I want you to write down is abcnewsreport.com, abcnewsreport.com. This shook me up. And I'm actually going to show you a little piece of it, because what happened was they went in to debunk a world-renowned scientist from making claims that had never yet been medically possible. And that was that our flagship product, Protandim, we now have a handful of incredible, incredible products that are so backed by science. And I'll get into that in a second. But that it was reducing oxidative stress, which is basically, our cells get damaged by free radicals every day, whether it's the emotional stress or the air we're breathing, the pollutants in there, or our cell phones, or the food we're eating, we're getting bombarded. And they found a way to basically turn back the clock in our cells so that they can fight this free radical damage like we did when we were kids. Now stay with me, because it could get a little confusing. It did for me too. But let me show you a little bit of this video, just a few minutes, so that you can understand what I am talking about.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food.
So I don't know if you understood that, but as we do things that we just do daily, we're getting bombarded with oxidative stress. And we have found a way to reduce that by almost half in 30 days. So my friend, who is battling this condition, starts taking this product, starts feeling better. Now, I'm not here to say that we're going to cure your disease. The FDA does not allow us to say that we're going to treat it, mitigate it, have anything to do with that. But when you go and start to research and start to watch the rest of that video, you'll see doctors from Harvard on there. You'll see a graph where they can't distinguish an 80-year-old's blood from a 20-year-old's blood. You're going to see how his oxidative stress in 2.5 weeks went down 45%. So yes, I got interested. I was very curious, but I also was very, very skeptical. Now, what happened was that ABC primetime that you just got a glimpse of, that you're going to watch the whole 5 minutes of when we're done with this. Overnight, they were on the shelves at GNC, High Health, different health food stores. Overnight, 2 million orders went through. Everyone saw that and said, I need this in my body. When all these orders went through, they didn't have the infrastructure to handle that kind of demand. And over the next 4 or 5 years, the company basically gets this close to going out of business. They try infomercials, they try pop-ups, they try any other way to get people to understand what they have. But because it's such a breakthrough, because there's never been this kind of technology in the marketplace, people didn't buy it, just like me. You may be that same person. That's why I highly suggest going into research. Now, this is my story. I started taking the product. First, I had my husband take it, and my father-in-law, and my dad, because that's how skeptical I was. And they start feeling better than they felt in decades. Then I start feeling better. I couldn't believe it. I'm not kidding. My mood was even. I don't know if it was a hormonal imbalance, but I started to feel good. I was sleeping like a baby. I had incredible amounts of energy. And that's when I started to share it. And I started to tell people about it and tell more people about it. And so I got to go back to that ABC primetime as well, because when that thing aired, all these orders went through. But guess what else happened? All these universities and incredibly highly respected organizations saw that and started to do their funded research. So if science is your thing, I want you to go to this next website. This is pubmed.gov. This is the National Institute of Health's website. This is not Google or Wikipedia. You can't have advertising on here. You can't pay to have your information on here. But what I started to do was I started to unravel oxidative stress. And what happened with all these universities, is they started to do their funded research. And we have 26 peer-reviewed research studies because of that. We are backed by Harvard, the NIH, American Heart Association. I mean, this gets my attention. I don't know about you, but for me, this is huge because I don't have to be a salesperson. I can simply put people in front of the information and get them going on it. So let me just show you this really quick, this slide. Oxidative stress, what is it? You heard them talking about it, the resting of our engine. It destroys all of our cells and it's bombarding us every day. But this is the thing that got my attention, is it contributes to all human disease and causes the signs of aging. So when you go to this website, pubmed.gov, I want you to type in, if you're like me, you may already be thinking, wow, I need this in my system. I wasn't like that. And I did my research and I put oxidative stress and any disease that you could think of. I put it in there. And sure enough, everything was linked. Depression, infertility, Alzheimer's, heart disease, cancer, on and on and on and on. And that's when I knew that I needed to start sharing this, because everyone's got something that they're going through. Everyone. I just found out that my girlfriend that is 2 years younger than me just got diagnosed with breast cancer. Everyone has got something. So if we can go to the root of the problem and fix it by almost half naturally, that is a gigantic find. Washington State University says that NRF2 may be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. We have our hands on that. So before I go into a little bit on the business side, because that is equally as amazing, I'm just going to tell you about a little bit more on the products, because I know a lot of people wonder, what is it? What else do you have? So we have NRF1, which rebuilds the mitochondrial function of the cells. As we age, unfortunately, it can't produce like it used to. And NRF1 is just so important for that powerhouse of each cell. It increases cellular energy, slowing down cellular aging. It improves, your sleep quality, gives you more energy. That product radically changed our lives as well. And then we have the NAD. Now I'm talking about the Tri-Synergizer, which is 3 products that my family takes every single day. The NAD raises your sirtuin level, which is the trash truck in every cell, by 100% in 24 hours. That is unbelievable. Now, this is really important for mental focus. It boosts your mental and physical energy, supports healthy chromosome integrity, all of that. And what I loved is that nobody else has these products, nobody. And that's why I decided to look at the business, because when your life has changed, you tell people about it. And when they feel better, they want to tell people about it. And that is the beautiful thing about network marketing that really I was just ignorant on. So let me tell you how this company got into network marketing, how they went from the shelves to network marketing. In 2009, after they were about to file for bankruptcy and shut the doors, they hired someone, a business associate, and said, what do we do? And he said, have you thought of network marketing? These products have a story that needs to be told. Health and wellness is the biggest world economy we've ever seen. These products have a story that need to be told by people, that they trust. You're here today, or you're watching that replay because you trust the person that invited you. You said, yeah, I'll support you. Just like me. I listened to my friend Brian because I trusted and I loved him. And that's how this works. It's not who you know. It's not who they know. It's who they know and who they know and who they know. So they pull it off the shelves after 1 year of being, with the network marketing model, because they grew exponentially. And that's exactly what happened to me. And not only me, but a few of my friends that decided, you know what? I'm sick of being sick and tired. I feel better. These products are changing my life. I need to diversify my income. I'm going to look into this. So I'm going to shift to the business right now. If you are not open to this, I understand, but listen anyways, because I guarantee you that you have 5 or 10 people that need this information. This is really, really, really serious stuff. I was in that rock bottom, and this changed our family's life, because you're not getting paid on 100% of your efforts. You're getting paid on hundreds of people's little efforts. I built this in the nooks and crannies of my life. My daughter napped, I built the business. I followed the system. I was coachable. I was consistent. I wasn't attached to if people wanted to do this or not. But what I found was everyone wants to feel better. What I found was I was network marketing, whether I did this or not, whether it was the new, entree that they had at the restaurant down the street. And I tell my friends, my neighbors about it, but I don't get a free iced tea when I go back. Or if it was the Netflix series, how many of you tell your friends about the new series, or you even post about it on Facebook, but you don't get a free month subscription? All this is you're getting compensated for telling people. And these products, because they over deliver, because there's nothing else like it on the planet, they're consumable and they're affordable. And what I found is that most people want health. Most people want to feel the best they've ever felt, but most people are too busy to care. Most moms will go through the drive-through just because they're running in between drop-offs, or how us moms have to do it sometimes. People are so busy that they won't do a cleanse. They won't even drink more water. They won't stick out to a workout regimen, but they will take a pill. And that's what happened. I watched this thing grow and grow and grow and grow. And not just for me, but for an amazing tribe of like-minded individuals that we all run together. And it's incredible. Now, this compensation plan is unbelievable. It wins, like I said, for having one of the most generous comp plans in the industry. And why that is because you get 40% back of what you bring in, 40%. You also get to, make a percentage on anyone you bring in. Yes, all natural. Thank you, Nina. The products are all natural and incredible. They work in a pulsatile manner where when you need it, it upregulates, and when you don't need it, it downregulates. I love that part of it. So another thing that happens is when you hit the elite ranks, you get to global profit share in everything sold on the planet. We also are run by a board of directors, publicly traded, Aaron Brockovich being one of the board of directors. This was important to me. I want to know what's happening in this company that I'm bringing my friends and family in. Now, this company is growing. Slow and steady, it's growing. We just had our biggest fiscal year in the middle of the pandemic. People want their immune system strong. They want to feel as good as they can feel. And these products do that 150%. We're in 26 countries. Let me just show you something before I go. This blows my mind. Now, this is the income disclosure statement. And because we're publicly traded, I can show you that. Let me get there real quick. And I want you to focus on the third row over. This is what the average that people make in our company. Now, I'm going to focus on a few of the ranks just to kind of give you an idea. Pro 3, very attainable rank. I have, there's hundreds of Pro 3s in my organization, and a lot of people get here just by sharing the product. Some people, they don't want to tell their friends about the business. That was actually me for the first few months. And then, $600, not major, but nice to have a little extra money. Pro 5 was when it really was real for us. We got to move back into our house, said goodbye to the vacationers, goodbye to my in-laws, and we were able to be back in our home. This was a big day for my kids. We can pay our mortgage now. It's residual. So it's coming in every month on the 15th. But this is what I want you to focus on. These are the elite ranks. Now, this is more than doctors and lawyers make in our country. When I started, I didn't even think this was possible. I honestly didn't even know if I could do it. I didn't even know if I was going to make any money. But this is what happens when you put one foot in front of the other. You're coachable, you're consistent with little amounts of time. This is what happens. And to put it into perspective, it took me 18 months to get to Pro 7. The girl who I signed up hit it before me. I love that. When people say, is it a pyramid scheme? I say, no. Normal business is a pyramid scheme. You got your CEO and your managers and all the way down to the janitor. In this company, if you work, you're going to outpass your person that enrolled you. I love that about this company. It took me 2 years to get to Pro 8, hit Pro 9 last year. And I'm showing you these numbers because if you're not doing what you love right now and you want out one day, If you just want to diversify your income or set up a travel fund or a college fund for your family, this is one of those things. This was my plan C that turned into plan B and is now plan A because our other businesses in Hanalei, our little town, are basically shut down. People are hurting. People need to know that there's hope. And that's what's good about network marketing. And if you can find a company like this one that has no competition, no niche market, you're able to maximize a compensation plan and win big. Network marketing does good in a good economy, but phenomenal in a bad economy. And I honestly believe that we haven't even seen the ramifications of COVID. We haven't even seen what's really going to happen to this economy. So again, if this is not for you, that's fine. But think about the 5 or 10 people that you know that have been telling you and sharing their hearts about they're not sure if what's going to happen. This is an answer. I'm proof. There are thousands of people in my organization that are proof. Get with the person that invited you. Let them know if you want to try the products, if you want to look into the business. Ask questions. I had a million, but this is too big to just say, oh, I supported you, I'm moving on. Too big. Go to PubMed. Go to that ABC Primetime. Watch that. It was done in 2005. Since then, we have just equally as amazing products. But this is big. So I appreciate you guys coming on today. I appreciate you, supporting your friends. And we'll see you later, okay? Take care, everybody.